OG cannot win this game against ECSTATIC, if OG cannot qualify for the major, then we start to worry if they can ever come together as a team. I have OG winning this one, though.
Yeah, okay. OG prediction from Pimp and Maniac. OG.
Same.
All right, my analyst desk both going with OG to cast us through this game, ECSTATIC versus OG. We've got two of the best. Machine and Sponge, over to you.
Thank you very much, boys. Yes, indeed. They've set the scene perfectly, not only for ECSTATIC, but for this affair between them and OG. We've got them started on the CT side, this Danish 5-stack of tryhards. Chad's a bit of a tryhard himself.
Especially when it comes to Faceit, who isn't?
Yeah, who boots up Faceit and says, oh, I can't wait to not try?
Yeah, I'm going to try my hardest. As this is looking Apps Poppy from OG. Iku leading the pack, Regali and Heavy God the tail. A little bit of banana pressure felt as well within the early stages of this as Boiler and Hall's called clear. Things are settling in pretty nicely for OG. They'll be able to explode. Salazar in pit will have the support of Queenix and Nodios with the flashes, Alex.
He eats that flash. They're going to be down. He's already pre-aiming for this fight, and he's keen with it. Gets his first. Crossfire's established, just keeping the attention drawn and supporting caster there. It's Queenix to catch out Regali. Nexus has managed to get into the site with a lovely pair of Glock frags, and so now the pressure is still on Heavy God. He's got that bomb, and he might be able to get one, but oh my goodness, Patti. Nearly lost it on the dual Berettas. And it's kraghen to close.
Was just tenderizing like a good meat patty, you know, just pumping away. But you saw the Nodios flashes that I highlighted come into the discussion immediately because the T's set the tone with the execute, but Nodios throws the flash. Salazar hiding in pit towards the bike position, waits for that to detonate, swings out, a couple of easy kills, and a pistol round for the Danes.
Good start.
And understandably so, with a 1-1 matchup, you sit here and you go, oh, well, what's the importance of all of this? Well, the desk was highlighting it, and I think for either of these teams, this is a relatively, quote-unquote, easy or
good
preferred matchup.
Yeah. Preferred, perfect word. Oh my god. So they forced, and they've lost all their health. They're braving Banana. Regali's done well.
Still in trouble.
Yeah, kraghen's going to go down. Albeit with a lot. Look at the damage inflicted. This should be a retake. At least attempted retake. They can't concede the second round conversion.
Was there a kit at all from either of these B defenders?
I'm afraid I don't think there was.
I'm scanning the floor right now, having a look.
While you do that, we'll talk about Salazar. Throws out the smoke to isolate. Oh, this HE looks good. Oh, it's huge. Salazar takes down 2 with the top spin pokeball. 1-on-2 for Heavy God. What have you got? What have you got? They may not have a kit. And now they know where he is, behind the smoke. Surely the 10-second defuse has to be held. Salazar to provide some covering fire. If he just hits a stray bullet through the smoke, it could all go wrong. It could all go wrong. It's covered. Salazar will convert with Queenix. 4 kills with 1 HP to spare. They successfully weathered the storm of that Tech-9 push.
Damn, that was quick, wasn't it? Out the gates, up Banana, in quite easily. And with so much damage done, is the holy hand grenade from Salazar.
Well, yeah. Hallelujah. Was it not a little bit audacious to think you were going to get up Banana with your health intact? Like just basically saying, hey, ECSTATIC, how is your Banana util? Are you going to throw HE? Oh, you have. Oh, goodness me. A whole lot of damage. Trying to surprise them with pace. And Chad, they're going for a little bit of an armored deco.
Yeah, I don't mind this, right? They just did a lot of damage, obviously, with the way that the rounds are shaping up and the loss bonus. But before we can talk about that, we need to discuss this Banana aggression. They've gone for a deep Banana smoke as well as the phase smoke from spawn. And ECSTATIC, I imagine in this moment we can have a quick discussion about their CT-sided setup. So you're going to have the likes of kraghen and Patti locking down the B site. The rotation point from Nodios or Salazar, right, the AWPer to set up the Banana control. Queenix anchoring things down towards that short side, and then obviously the other two, Nodios and Salazar, will be filling the gaps over towards A depending on the setups available. Now, if you are OG, you can take a bit of a breather, allow the round to come to you. Any damage that you can do right now, considering the previous round, will be very tidy, those ramifications to be felt. And I guess we can discuss something we only noticed at the tail end of yesterday's ECSTATIC matchup is kraghen wearing a bloody cast.
Yeah, right, on his keyboard arm.
Yeah, sure.
Understandably.
Not as many movements required, but still annoying as all hell, I'd imagine.
Yeah, gosh, I can't.
What did he do?
That's the next
Someone
question.
at home let us know, how did kraghen injure himself?
But also not letting him be held back by that.
Salazar.
Forward position from Salazar. He was going to fight for Arch and does so with degree of competency.
Yeah, comboed that with his incendiary,
He
so well
didn't
played.
reload, Chad, so he's actually just going to stand for one more, and now his teammates will be there to sweep the rest under the rug. A double kill from Heavy God. Scavenges away a FAMAS, and I mean, he's alive with the bomb. That's something. If Queenix was to go down, it would have been a bit of an interesting round. Instead, it will be the 3-0, and it might very well be 4, considering that the rifles are going to be coming out and OG get their first taste of a proper gun round.
Yeah, just to report, kraghen was able to get over towards that long side and pick up the A1S, so he gets to upgrade from the MP9. So it was a famous as an MP9 as the lighter weapons within that previous for excl. They do now have A1Ss across the board. So it's the little details.
I'm cheering for Regali as well, one of those players. I'm very interested to see, you know, his development as he's kind of burst onto the scenes. A lot of people talking about potential from Regali. He's found himself in a roster that certainly could do damage, hasn't been. I'm interested to see how he fares.
Oh, aggression straight down mid. Nodios pushed all the way down.
Nodios, what are you up to? Ooh, he's avoided the keto spam.
Yeah, they're aware, though, of this possibility, aren't they? Just such a passive stance from OG.
But with that smoke, yeah, sure, they'll be aware it's a possibility, but no certainty.
This is rough for Nodios.
Oh, he's just going to get peeked out dry.
Yeah.
Nice work from Keto.
Thing is, you're hoping to find a kill a little bit earlier, and then you're just marooned. You're on an absolute island. To note with excl opening, they're doing a deep banana smoke as well as the mid smoke. So they're constricting sight lines, and that's going to leave you light on for you two for the remainder of the round. So if you are going to make a play like that, you need to reap some rewards. And that's not the case. So they are going to gamble across. Patti's playing out of the sight. He's just gone with a smoke and dissuades by pushing through himself to call sector clear. Hoping that pushes them in towards the A stack. A full banana control for OG. Top mid as well, as we see the Molotov and smoke combo to either side of brackets. And Keto can now call his team into position. 30 seconds remaining. 2 smokes, a flash, and a molly. Enough to execute in towards Patti's domain. And if he's playing coffins, he'll be removed from the play.
Patti confirms a lot of boots on the ground. And he stands for what? 2? Bomb down, dink onto Regali. He's done a lot with a little there. Maybe that's enough to find him in the ball bank. Good placement across there. Ooh, covered by Viku, just shy from kraghen.
Tough to give this one a go now. You see kraghen going for the round-winning play, but now he leaves them in a number disadvantage, and Heavy God, he's even cut them off at the pass. Should be hearing these steps, has done, and maybe that information's gone both ways.
Does. Yeah, you could just saw Queenix stop in his tracks. Salazar looking for him, and still Heavy God's going to take him down, so a lot of impact for the OG first gun. Looks like it's been converted.
Yeah, trouble now for excl. And I'm talking about this execute towards that B bomb side, but I haven't taken inventory of exactly where Heavy God was. He wasn't in banana for that set piece. He was dealing with the lurk on the other side of the map. So Patti was able to get to by the lack of utility. Felt like they had enough, but player's not in the right place to pull it off. Regardless, the round for OG. Finances are already somewhat bruised for excl. Now, if we take a little bit of a look, we can get a drop down 4. And there will be some upgrades available. So it has to be the buy coming out of excl here. But that's how it started, right? The aggressive maneuver down mid, there wasn't a secret. Right? There was too many smokes in play. There was too many question marks. And if OG had opted for something a little bit more like quick out the gates and map control heavy, then maybe he would have been able to profit. But it was just a standard passive default.
This one might not be so passive, as we've got the CTs whipping out 3 MP9s. And kraghen trying his luck with some aggression, a touch of it that Nexus has managed to tag him down with. They're considering clearing the smoke, so let's see how this goes. kraghen could be a dead man, and is.
Well handled.
Very nice.
2 openers in rounds that have come in pedestrian fashion, just going through the paces, ROG. They give them credit for that. Next is calling more harassment towards banana still. That'll send the remainder of the forces of OG to investigate A. Heavy got up through the apartments. Fiku likely to join. Oh no, not coming up through boiler. Heavy God's already cleared that out. So 3 up the guts of middle. And look at the rotation from excl, knowing they have to gamble. Now going to send Salazar over towards the B bomb site as well. Queenix the only man to offer any form of concern. A HE, a flash, and that's about it. As soon as Nexus gets this info, they will just be able to run into site for free. And that should be it.
Yeah, Queenix he's rotated off a little. Actually, you know, that smoke has delayed them.
And they're coming back with the bomb.
Oh, dear.
But, yeah, well, the information's only going one way, isn't it? OG out-rotating them here in a heartbeat.
Yeah, and now only Patti's going to be there. Wow, they were actually in the right place. Oh, they're going to feel pretty hard done by the way that's gone down. Good damage from Patti. Will go down to the spray of Fiku. But they find that they find the path of least resistance there. Very nice.
That's curious though, right? Because you see the way that unfolds, they have all that top mid space. You're expecting them to at least go looking, but maybe aware of excl nature of the rotations. So getting a clean bomb site. Salazar not on the move to look for an upgrade off of this MP9. They're just going to turtle in and protect the two M4s of Nodios and Queenix. So it will just likely be an eco into the next with what they have. We'll see if they have any other maneuvers to look for space. But the issues for excl in the last two have been giving up opening kills with no chance of response. It was Nodios down mid, and now it was kraghen down banana. As 4 players from OG will escape himself alive and starting to build a bit of a T-side bank. That's going to feel good. And some interesting pieces within this OG roster. Definitely not household names by any stretch of the imagination. Heavy God getting a bit of spotlight, another Israeli. I think Nexus, who stood in for MOUZ back in Sydney from the NXT roster, has got promotion to a main team. But really, I think the only advantage that OG has over a team like excl is name value. And that's not of the players, that's of the organization. So I think this is quite an even affair. And they also played each other on their path to this very RMR. Let me bring that. I believe it was on overpass.
Okay, there we go. Got my microphone right.
Are you happy now?
I am. I've been twigging and wiggling it. I'm satisfied.
Oh, that's good.
Who was in here last? Who do I get? Who do I get sassy with?
Jason and Dinka.
Damn it, Jason.
Well, they left bottles on the floor too.
They did?
Yeah, I had to put it in. Well, actually, someone put it in the bin, but they left an empty bottle on. You had to clean up. They did it the other day too. They left some Pepsi bottles in here and stuff.
Disgraceful. Despicable, those two.
You got to look after your workspace.
But we do love them. And we're going to get ready for our 6th
we?
round. Oof, yeah, that last one will leave a mark.
Oh, they have bought again. Okay.
They have. It's interesting.
Yeah, all right. Well, fair enough. It is a map that's quite claustrophobic, and they have the util to try and get this map control, but they need to find the opening kill in their favor. That needs to be the difference maker, because look at OG's passive stance. So passive in second mid. They'll look for the banana control first.
Preemptive smoke,
nice
but the nade won't save you. The spray is good. Combination with
He knows
kraghen.
one more.
He knows there's one more. Accidentally drops his MP9. The nade from Nodios gets the job done.
And they're trying to get space through apartments right now, so they were late because of how passive they were, but there's only one player to deal with, that's Queenix.
I like this angle he's adopted, but it's probably only good for this first engagement.
Oh, might get caught in transition.
Yeah, he's just moving back. Okay.
Those they're coming now.
Yeah, Salazar will tuck into the site. This is a power position now. Molotov not towards his position, so he can actually throw out a nice smoke grenade to delay them. That's going to make things really uncomfortable. Your 3 remaining players for OG, and now you can't go back. 50 seconds. This smoke is going to allow and facilitate exit from Boiler.
This is looking good, though, for excl. kraghen has U2 over towards B to block if they come back.
Could be one hell of a nade as well. Fiku swallows it. But no, they weren't expecting Heavy God. He'd slipped the gap. Queenix has given him a way in. Salazar on the fence, down to Heavy God. Damn, double entry from Heavy. Nodios spots Fiku in the pit. Heavy God could have a third here if he's feeling brave. Might go wide on it. Nodios and kraghen.
This is a bad round to lose.
It's an uncomfortable retake, and it is a bit of a fumble, isn't it?
Oh, dear. They're going for the save again.
I think the words out your mouth were, this is looking really good.
Yeah, because kraghen still had U2. He still has it right now in banana to block. So if there was any return from OG, he could have stalled them out with his util alone. But the thing was, Queenix caught daydreaming or something, not aware that they could have slipped. He was playing passive in the pit position. It's not like he had eyes on that.
So you had no idea they could, I mean, you had no idea that quad was clear.
Yeah,
never mind occupy it.
Just naded out and slipped in. So
oh, man. Yeah, just a bit of a kind of a lapse of judgment there from Queenix.
I know they had the player on the long side, but it lost vision. That's a curious one there. OG will tie things up 3-3, but the loss bonus continues to build for excl. It will be 2,900 going into the next, but surely now you're not going to go 3 MP9s. You could drop 2 M4s again, right? There's the availability with the 2 individuals that save the AK-47s to drop out 2 M4s. But get a full gun round going. Get Salazar into an AWP.
Oh, I'm only giggling because I saw an MP9 for Patti. What are you doing here? Okay, so
they're just hedging.
Yeah, no, that's fine. And this one makes a lot of sense. You'd rather have a proper gun round, just as Chad has been highlighting. But this one's still threatening with the saved rifles. Still requires OG to play this one right. And that started so well on Banana for them. You know, a disadvantaged situation recovered by OG. Now we get to watch Fiku testing Nodios with a forward position in abs. How good are your jiggles, Fiku? Looks like Nodios has warded him off. Takes him down low.
Hasn't stopped Heavy God though, has it?
No, it hasn't, but that's a 5-7 that could have worked well into this bedroom fight. Instead, Queenix has receded, gets out. Top banana is now theirs. OG.
Nexus looking pretty comfortable in taking this space. Kiddo wants to continue for the fight. Have the support available, but they've applied enough pressure to draw out a smoke, and that's really what the back and forth of Inferno is all about. Draining the U-tilt, trying to get a read on the CT setup. And if we look at the radar top left, we can see there is a massive blind spot for excl top middle. Nobody watching brackets, that long side and the mid to B, a complete availability, but the wrap on towards A, Nodios is worrying about that from the balcony. We've also got Queenix towards Pit, but he's only got the 5-7 to his name.
A pack of 4. I mean, this just seems perfect from OG. They've got themselves in such a power position now. Heavy got just that late component.
It's going to be a wrap.
Yeah, but they're in so much trouble. You don't have the weapon for this. The 5-7 at range. Now, Molly in your face. He's safe for a moment. Oh, good shot out of Nodios, but Fiku's not going to let that happen. Takes the shots required, and yeah, this one's going to be all done. Salazar towards the library position. He only has a USP, so I guess it's in his best interest to try and find something. Maybe, oh, maybe he gets Fiku. Maybe.
He's low.
You don't get a deep clear on that damn chair. But, oh!
One more bullet, son.
There it is. Does he leave with the rifle? He's done well with that. That's huge.
Plenty of saves for excl.
Rounds would be nice next.
Yeah, and look, CT side on Inferno, they managed to pick up 3.
He's going for a little cheeky one here.
There's an AK available.
Yeah, if you can just yoink that and get out.
He wanted to go for damage as well.
Oh, that'll do.
Should be dead.
Yeah, mission accomplished. See you later, guys. Keto accepts his fate. It's not a guarantee. You can see the plant's deep in the site. Ah, well, yes it is.
Pinned him to the back wall.
Didn't do my calculations right there. Forgot the parentheses, the bod mass.
Well, the new nuke bomb.
Oh yeah, it's huge on this map.
They like to do some damage, activate you in the late rounds, in the post plants. All right. Well, just a 1-round gap has been thrown onto the board now. 4 consecutive, all by detonation of that C4, and well, every single one where guns have been saved from excl. Now we're over the halfway mark now. Within the half. Not the game.
Not the game.
Not the game. Orbs out for Salazar. Will this be the difference maker?
I mean, he's taking it aggressive abs, which I'm intrigued to see how that interacts with the crawl of Heavy God and Fiku. They're the abs duo. At some point, Salazar's got to be worried about that right side flick. He's coming now. Yeah, he's preempted it. And it's Heavy God jiggle. And deleted. Salazar finds first blood.
And he's out as well, so able to get away before Fiku can punish from the boiler jump up.
Oh,
this is a good opener.
Oh, sorry, those wallbangs from Queenix were very close to Fiku's head. He's going to be okay. Lives to tell the tale, and now they just hold on to that advantage.
Well, the bomb is on the back of Regali, who's still over towards T stairs. A minute left on the clock. They were unable to get that banana space, and they have been negated over towards halls, but wary that AWP has dropped back now. Fiku gets the top mid control, essentially single-handedly, and now they can return to banana. You got Patti with a flash over towards Coffins to facilitate Kraghen, who's going to take contact, and then the flash will come.
Well, one is all Kraghen gets, but with 50 HP, he'll be happy with that. He's maintained their advantage. Patti at the back of the site. Ooh, and he's just going to try and live here. CT is smoked, rotations are on their way, and that Molly not going to find the dark position. He's got a green light now, just chill your beans. Wait for the clear, finds the timing, takes down Fiku, takes down 2. Couldn't quite track Regali, but the job is done.
Surely.
A 1 versus 3 situation with Nodios is the next to be found. Good work from Regali so far. He's picking them apart, one by one. Salazar, he started this round, and now he looks to finish it. Planting on the fountain should be a good clear from the orb. Timing, Regali gave it a good go. Salazar gets those bookend frags, and securing excl their first in a while. It's been quite the run. 4 on the trot from OG. excl, they equalize.
Well, felt like that could have got out of control as well, didn't it? Because Regali gets away with a one-on-one duel, and then obviously time being his biggest issue, but still gets the digits punched, and there's so much cash available. Heavy God has 11 grand. These buys will come in and drop for Quito, sure. I'm curious to see if Regali wants to bring out the orb. Now it is T-side Inferno. He's not going to get the types of, especially with the smokes that excl are throwing, right? So they're doing the deep mid smoke, and they're also doing the banana smoke. So at that point, what's the orb really meant to have to say within the opening stages? Really just standing there as a turret with flashes ready to facilitate your teammates. So they will stick with the AK-47s on the OG side of the server. excl have been able to put together the buy off the round victory, but can they make it multiple? 3 towards the banana control. This time the AWP Salazar starting aggressive down middle, posturing forward. Fast up second mid as Fiku. Got some space and some pace about this one. Oh.
How many smokes?
Well, this is good timing, though. OG are already starting to make their way towards A, and right now there's still 3 players from excl towards Banana. So it's going to put a lot of pressure on Queenix, who's already used that incendiary. He has a molly, HE, timed, but they're already ahead of this. He's going to get picked. Queenix needed more.
Yeah, that needed to be more. Now the bomb's on the balcony, and he's unable to hit the shot. Salazar on the floor. Quito has long. Smoke on the arch. Odios under a lot of pressure. Going to go down to Quito. Patti one back. Golly. Heavy God and
Sticky
Nexus
nade.
towards the pit. Yeah, sticky nade, and it's not going to find too much.
Nothing at all.
Really hard site to retake. Really hard map to retake, and not interested.
Well, this is the thing. If they can just get one more round on their CT side, I'm sure they're going to be pretty happy with that.
Yeah.
So packing up their toys, taking them home. They'll come back tomorrow to try again. Ash is being outmaneuvered, isn't it? You could just see there was a clear indication that OG wanted to surge towards that site while the banana control was being vied for. We're able to isolate Queenix, who... Yeah, there was an opportunity for the multi, wasn't there?
Yeah, no, for sure. It's just it's always those... Just those moments where you pull out the nade is the moment that the push comes through. It happens to the best of us, and it happened here to Queenix. If he had his gun on, that's probably 2. It's probably 2.
I think the other thought process, but likely from excl, is we just played the AWP aggressively on that side of the map. Are they going to look out for it? Are they going to have to worry about this in play to slow us down so we can't just go for that room? And he also used the incendiary quite early to stall it out too. So it wasn't like they weren't aware of the pressure, but the rotation point just too far away. Mid-smoke in the sky again.
Starting 4A, does that indicate we're going to get Salazar going for something a little aggressive? Queenix, Patti, fighting, second middle, and Heavy God laughing at them. Fiku as well. Oh, Nodios is gone, and CT aggression, it fails.
I got away with absolutely nothing there, and maybe that's why OG have been starting with these passive stances towards second mid more often than not. This time, it pays off in a big way. They're not too committed. They're able to find cover as Salazar will punish one. Heavy God down, and now they head towards Kraghen's site.
What have you got for us, Kraghen? He knows he's going to have to get something crazy here. Goes for his flash play. Swings out, and it's not looking good. He's in trouble now. It's failed. Salazar's when he's rotated through. He finds one. They nearly lined up for him. But they know it's the AWP. And they'll be getting that bomb down. Regali to punch in the code.
Well, Salazar responded. He was there to try and assist, but it was all over. And I think you bang on. If there was another kill coming into the mix, then maybe, just maybe, Salazar would have hung around and given things a look. But Fiku's already on the hunt.
Jaws theme tune starts to play as, yes, Salazar, he's ready for this. Just doesn't get his eye to the scope. Fiku far too quick.
Okay, well, 2 rounds remaining.
See that? That was perfect. We saw him looking at the AWP, cut to Regali shaking his head.
No, thanks, mate.
No, I'm cool. I'm cool.
I'll just stick with
Appreciate
the AK.
it, mate.
Things are going quite well, actually. That's 10 kills so far for Heavy God on the OG side of the server, and you'll get a highlight from him and Fiku shutting down second mid. The aggression removed, and Salazar on the other side of the server with 12. So those are the double digits as far as this matchup is concerned, and a partial investment here from excl. In the next round of play, they will be able to full buy. Loss bonus is maxed. But 5-7 CT side, they can work with that. We were saying similar scenario when they were going up against Monte yesterday. Oh, that's a team nade onto kraghen, Alex.
Not what you wanted on your rifle, is it? Suboptimal. Oh, and the molly on top of him. Kraghen needs help. Extinguish. A second smoke. Well, it's very clear that there's at least 2, maybe 3 B. After all of the nades have come in support of Kraghen on sandbags. you're probably suspecting that you should head A, but now with the cut of noise, this is when Inferno starts looking extra Inferno-y. Already Salazar has cheated over.
This is the type of round if you're OG that it feels like you must win.
Oh, yeah.
Considering how good of a campaign has been on the T side so far. But these are the ones where you tend to trip over your own shoelaces. Things get a little bit squirmish as the clock runs down. But again, either excl are going for a gamble, a read, however you want to frame it. OG appear...
Oh, it's really... This is it. It's just if they test Queenix... If they test Queenix... They're heading into the
It's going to be the stack.
Oh, and you've missed your CT.
Oh, there's more, there's more. It's all right.
Chad, the shoelaces, the buckles.
They're untied.
The whole shoe. kraghen onto Keto. Nodios on one. There is the bit of a bailout.
Patty's still alive.
Patty's at the back of the
14
site. If he could just deny this, if he could just deny the plot, he can't do that, but he could win the round. And there you have it.
Rotating
Heavy God is late. Super late.
No kit.
Yeah, but look at this awkward angle. He can't stop the defuse. He can't stop the defuse. What's he supposed to do? Oh, dear. OG fumble.
Whew, just as we're saying, just as... oh,
the eyelets, Chad.
No.
The eyelets, the laces, the sole, the laces, the whole shoe.
Should have been in a pair of Crocs, shouldn't they? Needed some slip-ons.
Gosh.
Should have put him in sports mode. Oh, no. Oh, and it definitely was laboured as well for excl. Well, they'll take that. 6-6 available now.
Here we go again. That's going to leave a mark.
Oof.
And so will Nade. Ooh, Salazar's stubborn though. He's filling up to the task and he could go
Just
down.
keep coming.
God, a barrage.
Yeah, not connected, but one after the other, the damage still done.
I think Fiku's probably gotten the best of Queenix in this kind of duel of the apartments.
Salazar's rotated back in time, so at least they have the standard amount of defenders on the A site if this hit does manifest.
No HP on Salazar playing that close fallback angle. Queenix behind his smoke. kraghen jump spotting, nothing to report. Good nade timing, Nodios. Get some damage onto Ricali. Final round.
Patty's here as well now.
Yeah, this is actually a four-man defense now. Salazar could be in trouble. Oh, good work from Fiku ahead of the util. Fiku, the entry fragger. He'll get two. And Keto builds a whole round out of it. You'd think there would have been a double, but Nexus fortunately finishes what Keto couldn't. And it puts kraghen into a 1 versus 3. No fun for kraghen. No reason not to give it a go. Damage onto Nexus. Smoke to isolate some jewels. A flash could be good. And fighting and isolating onto Regali. But yeah, covered off nicely. Nexus finds an impactful double, and OG will leave with 7.
All right, they should be very happy with that T-Hall. A fantastic little run there. Started with the pistol round and the conversions in favour of the Danes. The international squad have been able to bring things back into their favour. We'll be taking a slight little moment here in the halftime, but no break. As we look to get things underway now with excl on the attack, and we can already see the buys starting to come together. There's going to be 2 smokes and 2 mollies. And on the CT side, I can see Jewel Berettas laying on the floor.
Beanie babies. Used to have my fair share. Can't believe they're still going, to be honest. The TY company making bank, making Skrilla. And excl going to have to really kind of to pick up this pistol if they want to hope and dream of keeping OG on the ropes here. 7 is a nice number on the T side.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what they're doing with this executor, because it's more than I just prefaced earlier. Oof. It's actually 3 smokes, 2 flashes, and 2 molotovs.
So some fakery?
Maybe. It's an awful lot of util, isn't it? Maybe some of it used just to vibe for map control. They have 3 players in a cluster. This is great.
Look at Regali.
Yeah, it's a huge info play. So he's going to get so much second mid information, which will tell this stack that already exists for OG over towards B that they are in the right place. Keto has a flash, so keep that in mind when the execute takes shape. He's having to worry about the leak up the arch side, sure, but this is a full set piece. They're going to have a smoke for the post plant if they get in. Oh, there won't be a post plant.
Yeah, Heavy God is at least smoked off. But this is the flash from k1to. A couple of them in pool. Heavy God comes spamming around the corner. Kraghen will find him. Nexus, though, at the back of the site, good for 2. Patti finds one back. Fiku on the reload, gets away. k1to punished. Looks good for the plant now.
Oh, there's that second smoke. Make it third.
Regali, oh, he's coming. Salazar needs this. This is a battle of the dual Berettas, and it's Regali that prevails. A 2-on-2, low HP on Patti. But with Fiku taking down Kraghen, he's in so much trouble. Oh, he needed one there, Kraghen. He's going to get run down. Regali spots him out. Fiku swinging wide to double swing, and oh, nice isolation. He finds the 1v1, makes it so. Time is on his side here. Fiku's playing with him. He's only got a couple of bullets. Wow. And Patti, a massive clutch for the boys.
Wow, very well done there and under so much pressure. What was he on, 30 points of health when that started?
Where was Fiku going?
I think he was just trying to back off to open up the angle and hope that he would overswing in this, because there was no kit in play. It was dual Berettas and a flash. That's the $800 of k1to invested. The rest went with armor. So he wasn't looking to be able to scoop that up and go for the defuse. I think just trying to draw him into the fight, make things a little bit more difficult. But Patti, that is huge impact. That is massive work. And that's going to be both pistols now for excl. The recipe for success, as long as they can continue their winning ways. Going in towards B, I said, oh, there's probably not going to be a post-plant situation just because how many bodies. You get the smoke towards Coffin, CT spawn, the flashes, and the molly. So they had everything they needed and more for the B execute, which helped them flourish with the frags. But Patti, a great clutch.
I mean, really, his team are going to be hyping him up, for sure. He's pulled around that they felt they had lost. And you can see the statistics there, lots of damage inflicted from Patti. As we get ourselves started with our second round of the second half. 5-7's a very deadly weapon on Inferno.
Yeah, well, let's see if OG can make this one work.
They're dumping util and cheating players back over to A. k1to to be the nade dispenser.
Cleared out the first smoke in towards Banana, but Kraghen thinks better of pushing the issue. It's quite a hefty stack towards the porch side. Nexus to play anti-flash, Regali to jiggle, likely take that first contact. We've got Heavy God also tucked under, and then dealing with the Apps position will be Fiku.
Cool setup.
But now it's about how big can k1to seem. They haven't baited out any more Banana utility, and we are almost at that 60-second mark. Well, there you have it. k1to with that time up. Goes back to pick up some of the cache of util available. Kraghen waltzing behind has secured the top Banana control. 54 seconds. If they return for top mid, and the bomb is committed as this fight, could be issues.
Oh yeah, this really hinges on how effective Nodius is. It's getting in the info safely. Spotted out. Patti finds the first, but they don't overstep in the mark. Now the jig is up. Nexus boosted up. Oh, brings the fight. Takes down another. Nexus onto Nodios. Nice onto Heavy God. Fiku holds the angle. Prevails in the duel on Queenix. If he gets another, look at the health. Fiku, oh, he's just narrowly missed out on the frag. Nice work to switch to the Glock. Kraghen just runs him down. Salazar with 1 HP to spare. This is still winnable for k1to.
He's going to think one pip. He's not going to expect both side.
But seriously, not comfortable for OG or excl. Salazar dead. Oh, he knows where Kraghen is. Oh, nails the headshot. k1to looked mad as hell after that one.
Yeah, understandably so. Felt like he had the jump on him. I thought they was going to be expecting a player over towards the pit side, but was more than ready for that. Cancel what I had to say. That was their chance to win things back, and the stack towards middle, it looked good. It looked good. It did what it had to do. Nexus with the double up, and I love how he surges in towards the fight. He's not hanging around at all. Almost gets them locked and loaded. It's Heavy God. If he could have contributed a little bit more there.
Right, okay, so if they're in demo review, you know, what's the oopsie there? Because the team
I don't know if Nexus needed to push. I know but he got another kill.
Yeah.
So it's like it kind of unraveled the stack in the setup that they had available. Fiku did an awful lot of damage as well from that pit position.
Oh, nice angle from Heavy God. He's punished Queenix on the walk up.
Queenix having a rough game, Alex. Only 3 kills.
Not fun for him right now. And k1to trying to do the same as his teammate with that Desert Eagle. Patti's already in though. Patti's a real perpetual threat. So the bomb will be going down. Stray bullets spammed on down from Fiku.
Salazar still has a Molotov to work with as well.
Yeah, this is Heavy God late.
Oh, he might want to get a move on.
Oh, he might indeed.
They can give this a go.
So There's only 3 of them left. Salazar, Patti, Nodios. This is about to get very uncomfortable. Need a big spray from the Galil, and it's a big spray indeed. Salazar saves them, spraying them all down.
Oh, I'm interested to see that Heavy God doesn't get involved within the round. Next round's a 2,900 loss bonus. He doesn't really need the Galil, but damage will do. It wasn't a round that you would have expected them to win, but one that did look winnable, all things considered.
It's a big smile on his face. And a 1-round game.
Well, the finances have been kept quite humble for excl. It might have to be Galil's or Mac 10s in the mix around some of these AK-47s. A good opener from Heavy God. Nexus fortunate through the smoke on a kraghen. You miss every shot you don't take as Salazar lines them up, mows them down. And we do get into rifle rounds number 1 of this second half of play. A key note is Regali. The AWP, we didn't see it come out on the T side at all, but now he's brought it out on this defense.
Orbs can really change the momentum of a game. Once it starts to feel the feed, changes the lines, you have to be susceptible too. And look at Patti, just running through the molly. Caught Keto, flashbanged, run down with a pin in his hand. And they may not stop there. They're not. Fiku will punish the first. It's kraghen down as well. Fiku's held firm on the B site. Rotations on their way. Isolating Fiku as they commit. Nodios, big frag. Regali's rotated through. That orb no longer going to be particularly ideal for the retake.
There is a kit for Nexus, however. A couple of smokes, a molly, a flash, and a HE. There's a chance for the retake if OG want to give this one a go.
Yeah, Heavy God's coming over late. They'll have a look. They'll put the rod in the water and see if they get a nibble.
Smoke towards banana, molly towards triple. Or so you'd expect.
No, haven't
Been called off. The boss says, nah, too much to risk. Oh, that one is going to sting for Keto again. He's the one that gets caught out top. Banana, Patti takes the sacrifice of the Mac 10, but makes it sing. Beautiful work. And then once they know that Fiku's out of ammo, right, because they're counting the bullets. He gets 2 kills. He's got to use most of the ammo. They hear him running towards the site. They just charge through. They disrespect that smoke, and that's going to feel great for the Danes. It's a 1-1 game short. It's a best of 1 short, but one of these 2 teams will put themselves in the 2-1 bucket. That's 2 best of 3 opportunities to try and lock yourself in for the major, and neither of these teams would be in most people's top 8 from Group B. They are below that fringe. And also, you win this one here, you guarantee yourself a spot in the LCQ. And the teams from Group A of the LCQ, I don't know, there's a real chance. I think whoever's from Group B, those 3 names, they would be the favourites for me.
Oh, and it would be huge for the individuals on OG, especially to kind of be in the organization's good books. If you show up and manage to secure OG stickers in CS2, certainly make you look very good in front of your employers. Same can be said for excl.
Damage done under kraghen, sure, but he has retained this log's position. He's now in the second wave of the banana control. Yeah, there it is, a sandbag molly. But not progressing with it. No response of a smoke. Tells you nobody's home. And they feel that's more than enough pressure to warrant a defensive CT smoke from Keto. So it's going to draw Regali back with the AWP. Is he going to maybe donate his smoke for Keto, but he's going to post up with the AWP. Smoke over towards the long side. 3/4. This will divide the decision-making of Keto. He has to worry about Arch most likely, which does make the A defense more susceptible. Heavy God, Pit, playing bike, and Nexius headshot. It's up to the 2 of them.
Oh, here we go. Running and gunning. Nice from 1. Nexius down to Queenix. Important frag posted, and Salazar, he's just hitting heads right now. Nails Keto, missed molly. That's not the end of the world. Bomb will go down safe. And Fiku and Regali not going to look at this one, so an ecstatic 10th. Already picking up a win, albeit with Monte stand-in, but a win all the same. And now you find yourself here. It's looking like these best of 1s are certainly within touching distance.
Oh yeah, for sure. And as we prefaced at the start of this, I would say the only thing that makes OG a favourite for anybody is name value. And you were just talking about if OG made it to the major. Yeah. I think this is one of the rosters that has... Oh, hold up, we have a hunt on here. Fiku, can you even hold on to this M4? Yes, you can. Couple of tidy shots, sure, but you're just padding the stats right now. I understand you need to hold on to these rifles to give yourself a chance into the next. Both teams with lots of saves on their CT halves, but the difference, quite clearly the pistols. Both pistols and conversions, and then some for excl now.
Need to see some individuals from OG stand up. And actually, we are going to be seeing a timeout called by OG. Their first An opportunity for them to just kind of screw their heads back on tightly. These best of ones can fly by, Chan, especially, you know, MR12, like you'll probably kind of just, you can black out for a minute and suddenly realize, wow, it's 10-7.
And that's why the saves are really justified, right? Because you want to give yourself as many gun round opportunities as possible, but once you lose a round in this fashion, great little trade work here.
This one.
Nice shot from Salazar. But yeah, once the round's already over, and we know how difficult it can be to retake, and the discussion from the desk as well, we're not seeing a lot of Inferno in the upper echelons of Counter-Strike at the moment, and there has to be some reasons for that. I'm sure with the data that Valve are going to get from the lack of play at the top level, especially with the Major around the corner, maybe they'll see that there are some issues that need to be addressed, because once upon a time, one of the most exciting maps in the pool barely gets any playtime whatsoever. The ultimate third map decider.
Yeah, combination of changed of the map, the way it feels, but also the utility, the pace of the game. And in MR12 as well, this is one of the maps where you see a lot of saves and retakes.
I like this from Nodios, Alex. He's lined up his Molotov for short side in that little cubby. And then he's gone up, thrown it through the smoke, and they're splitting A real fast.
Nexus, wow, good first bullet accuracy. Takes down Patti. Dink through the wall, but still Queenix will find him. Now they know on the side. This is uncomfortable, can't hear the flip.
Save again.
And just like that, you feel like the site is lost. Keto has poked his way out of the arch smoke.
I guess eventually you need to start going for some of these rounds.
Yeah, you're running out of opportunities. But it just doesn't feel good, does it? You've got a kit, sure, but you've got 3 to find. It's not a fun site to try and retake.
Wow, they're already backing off.
Oh.
Already backing off again. And this is the thing, with these explosive maneuvers this time, that was great. I was just geeking out about the way Nodios is lining up his porch side Molotov, and they've exploded into this really fast snap on towards that A site. Great job from excl. And this is the thing, it only need a couple of rounds like that, a couple of quote-unquote gimmicks or set strats or pocket strats, unfortunate clutches. You mix that in with a couple of pistol rounds, you're cooking with gas. And they stay calm, don't they? These Danes, they don't get too riled up.
No, full composure.
Going through the motions right now, this would be a fantastic victory.
Yeah, and their first, I know this is going to sound so sassy, but it's just the truth. It would be their first victory against a full 5-man team.
Sure, yeah, obviously Monte with the Gizmy situation, yeah. SDY being ill. SDY's here today to play for Monte, so there's an opportunity for them to turn around their fates.
But I would say that, yeah, in terms of victories that can be celebrated for excl, this one extra has an emphasis on it.
And there'll always be people out there poking holes in the runs of teams, but this is the thing, excl are just playing who's laid in front of them. They're not choosing their opponents. Look, you'll take some over others every day of the week, but now, assuming they get this victory here, best of 3s. That's the bar that we set to get through towards the Major. As they now have picked up 6 consecutive rounds in this T-side run.
Yeah, if Salazar keeps this kind of level of form, if Patti continues to be finding impact rounds as he has, and especially in that first half.
Yeah, win another pistol clutch, 1-on-2.
Yeah.
30 HP.
Patti's been doing an awful lot as well as just the kills. A lot
map
of damage,
control.
map control.
Yep, taking space. Well, you see Rugger there. He'll be off to coach Astralis soon. Only with OG temporarily.
Bang! That is a lot of damage. Ouch. 150 damage from a single HE.
I did have a segue there though, Alex, because we have Astralis versus Heroic up next.
Oh, we do? That is an exciting prospect.
Another 1-1 matchup. Oh, dispelled for now, but still looks stubborn that this B execute is a likely point of access for excl, and I wouldn't hate the call. The rotation point of Regali is starting to float back over through CT spawn now. But the top banana smoke gives you a 20-second buffer if you're excl. Do we investigate elsewhere? Or do we just let this one simmer in the sauce? Well, they are going to apply top mid pressure. Flash forward, Queenix now has the brackets control. Flash towards short side, even a glance to see who's home. So nobody close short, says, and a defensive smoke towards pit.
That's info.
But it's 35 seconds. It looks like they will be heading towards this B side. The bomb heavily committed towards the top of the site.
Yeah, but still this setup looks potent. Look at that. Regali will fire off the first shot. Now with a good one back, but not expecting Keto. Not expecting this third component. A missed shot, however. It's Quito that's got us on lock. No problem whatsoever. A strong setup. Salazar trying to maintain his T-side off, but yeah, there's no way out. Yeah, Nexus is there with Heavy God to lock the door, and down goes Salazar. Okay, OG, and Quito especially, they've decided that this game is far from done, far from over. You can see the passion in his communication. He's trying to rally his troops.
Oh, their first round posted on the CT side.
That's a start.
Yeah, you take it. Now you got to build. Just jiggling away, hitting a couple of shots, easy as you like. And there you go. Quito happy to break the spell. And surprisingly, with the 6-round run, not a lot of cash available for excl. They will be able to get at the full rebuy. No Salazar T-side AWP, but they're bankrupt at this point. OG can turn this game around quite quickly. Just need a consecutive CT round. They're hard to come by.
Going aggressive. Oh, they've lined up for Fiku. Gets a double straight down Banana, and it's the worst way to start off a T-sided round, losing 2 of your troops in the opening endeavor.
Well, what are you meant to do right now? Quickly rejoining is Salazar. I thought he was going to head out middle. They already had a bit of space that they were leering into. If you're going to go back and try and clear out Banana, or is it really going to be a 60-second save? The finances into the next, considering the loss bonus only being 1900, means they won't be able to get a buy going. They still want to try and fight Banana. And
there's only one.
I'm not sure why OG have gone for a gamble towards A for now, because if Fiku goes down, they can get to B. They needed that.
Oh yeah, that Molly has saved them. Rotations will come back through. Nade onto Fiku, gets away. Yeah, okay, that could have really gone wrong. There was a way in which that could have gone horribly wrong.
Well, at least...
Saving?
Yeah, that's what I thought they were doing a minute ago.
Yeah.
At least they gave it a little bit of a look. Okay, OG.
2 in a row.
You do it one more. This is the thing. You can say, but they need to wipe the board, right? But the ramifications of not getting the loss bonus is where the issue's at for excl. Now. I understand why they're holding onto the rifles. They wouldn't be able to get these out into the next, so they're going to stay as threatening as they can. But you're setting your reset round back one. And that's if you can't win. If you can win with them, obviously, that's great. If you can get the bomb down, that's going to help as well. But those are 2 key elements that haven't been able to do in the last 2 rounds. So OG, turning the tide on this one. Never too late. Just a 2-round game at this moment. And that all came through the Fiku double, the pole on your screen right there. One of the remnants of OG. Still one of the more recent rosters, mind you. But regardless, it seemed like they cleaned house. A lot of players go through the door and extremely, I want to say extremely limited success. I don't even think success could be one of the words you'd use for what OG have really been able to achieve in Counter-Strike.
Extremely limited.
Well, is there a pocket strat excl? You're able to pull a nice one off before with that Poppy A execute. You clamp down a fast wrap.
Oh, that's true. No strangers to having something up their sleeve.
This would be the perfect time for one of those rounds, especially with a few Tech 9s in the mix. A staunch hold towards top middle with the AWP and Nexus, Regali combined. Rotation of Quito on the way back over. Heavy got to deal with the apartments leak if it isn't Apeks explode. And it was a double pit setup last time we saw a similar maneuver out of the Danes.
Tech 9 could be the perfect weapon for this setup towards the quad side. Fiku, oh, he's hearing steps towards B. That's good from kraghen. Mission accomplished.
2 players moving. Heavy got moved as well.
He forced a little bit of a rotation. Quito's gone. Regali still testing boiler, or posted boiler. Sweeps into the angle. Nexus to provide some cover here. kraghen's gone back. So they're about to explode out boiler, and Apps at the same time. Waiting for the smoke to fade. Here we go. Regali fires off a shot, turns away, isolated, but Nexus is good for it. Heavy God as well. He finds the multi-kill required, and excl sent back to spawn, sent packing.
Yeah, just stalled out by that well-timed smoke. It was a good block on A, right? So the pressure felt from Fiku. Heavy God blocks apartments as Quito rotates back. Oh, Fiku's heard that. Fiku's heard that, but Patti knows he's coming. After time would be miserable. Fiku gets in before. And the roar from Heavy God. They're back in this one now. And even a bit of a chuckle. Things are looking good. Nexus and Heavy God lock down A in combination. And OG can get this one done in regulation. As we will be seeing what should be an eco come out of the Danes. A nice double for Nexus there. Didn't even have to see kraghen, did he? Eco with the finishing blow, as actually opted in with an AK here. Salazar's dropped an AK.
Interesting.
So Patti, you better deliver on this.
This feels extreme. $100 for Salazar. Let's see what you got, Patti. He's a bit of a space taker, move maker. Oh, and he's just found a perfect gap between the flames and the smoke. Catches Keto. Fiku getting pressure applied now. Regali's on the rotation, but they are going to run at him. This one a hell of a flash. Peeking around him, pre-fires nicely onto Nodios. The rest flashed away, trying to isolate, going up and over. Pulls his crosshair. Patti does deliver onto Fiku. They are into the B side. Queenix is flanking, but it's only a Glock. It's only a Glock, Chad.
The bomb didn't go down.
Salazar got naded. Nexus has hit a banger there. That will delay them. Patti will pick up the bomb. Queenix is flanking. There's 3 of them. 3 ruins.
Has to be perfect.
Oh my gosh, Queenix. His decision next. He's held by Heavy God.
Has to be spotted.
Spotted. Call out, and yeah, this round it disintegrates off the back of that.
There's actually something going on in CS2, Alex, as kraghen. Oh, if he had more ammo, I'd feel he might be a crack for this one, but jumps into his demise. So we were talking about this yesterday on Ancient as well. When the molly's in front of the smoke,
Yes, that thing.
you can always, I'm pretty sure you can always just stand in front of the smoke and you're not going to get burned. You see that right there?
I see that.
That was happening on Ancient yesterday. I know I'm probably late to the party with this. The pros are probably sitting and listening to this and chuckling.
Yeah.
But this is the case now. So if there is
So that's separate to the visibility thing.
I'm pretty sure.
There's just always a safe spot.
I believe so.
Interesting. Okay, that's
But if you're using that to your advantage like that,
That's huge.
That's massive.
Yeah.
You need to understand that dynamic.
understood. Well, today I learned. But yeah, because it looked like he's standing in the flames. there.
Exactly.
It did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's got visibility out of the smoke and not burning, as a molly's directly in front of him.
Directly in between.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because keep in mind what we were seeing on Ancient, right? We were seeing the elbow smoke and the molly.
And exertion
and
was
he was
always... Did you understand that?
No.
No.
But that's all right. It's
You
all
keep
good.
talking.
No. We're all good. I think we had a timeout come on through there, but we'll double check what was coming through our ears. But now it's going to be 4 consecutive rounds right now from OG. They turn it into 2 more. They'll close things down. 13-11. Quite the comeback. The resilience from OG wasn't looking good on this CT half whatsoever.
Yeah, and I mean, Salazar, he just pays the price of investment onto Patti.
Yeah, you'd think Patti would give him the AK.
Come on, mate.
Yeah, I'm a top fragging,
You
bro.
had your round.
I got 22 kills.
Let me have mine.
You may have the more damage, but I've got the more frags.
So Apeks control is taken.
Yeah, this time, not going to get chunked on down in Banana.
Not much going on in Banana, to be honest.
No, and it's going to be top Banana util dispelled from Fiku.
Deep arch smoke, or long smoke, I should say.
Looks like they're setting up for an A maneuver again. So, Nodios, this is similar Molotov that he used before when they were quite snappy with the split. Nice little way to clear out towards Porch completely. They're burrowed in towards brackets. Smoke starts to fade on long. Patti not taking any chances. We'll be clearing out trash. Nobody singed. Nobody home. 3/4 smoke. Pressure applied to long. Keto has to deal with that and is, well, very worried. He dips towards CT spawn.
Yeah, good flash. It did delay them. Flash them both full screen.
They can layer smokes late if they like. Yeah, here we go.
30 seconds. This implies a wrap. Regali, Nexus, and Heavy God. And Keto, he wants to be a part of the timing.
Oh.
Patti, hyper aware of the possibility. And Salazar gets something done with the dig. Surely they've done enough, but no, they have to get past Regali. He's missed his shot. Onto kraghen. This is a big round. Oh, Fiku, do you have a go? He's got the kit. Got 2 to 5.
They've got money. He should go for this. He should give it a good crack.
They're doubled up on site.
This isn't the round he has to save. Can the young Pole do it?
This would be a huge opportunity for Fiku to put OG in pole position to close this best of 1. And to be 1 best of 3 away from the major. Kraghen holding first, and he's just going to nail the headshot. Kraghen precise in some of these high-pressure rounds, as it's going to be ecstatic, the first to 12.
Oh, Patti catching Keto there is insane, because I don't think that their first long smoke, the 3-quarter, showing a bit of ankle, had faded just yet, so he's so wary of it. Keto just slightly ahead of the play, wanting to get the job done. The German pushes through, gets taken down, that opens the door. Salazar with a deagle shot as well, bang!
You can
and Regali,
empathise.
if he didn't miss that.
Oh, yeah, you can really empathize. They gave it everything they got, but I'm thinking about Keto's flank, because he's hearing, what, 3 pairs of boots just charging, and he thinks he's got a timing, but Patti just swivels around in time. Timeout taken. OG using their in the last round of regulation, so efficiency there. But it's required overtime if they want to see Inferno continue.
Oh, wow. The fact that it's taken them 4 rounds to find a solution, excl, are you going to be able to replicate that? And you didn't even put them on the ropes financially, right? This is the thing. OG still have enough for a full buy, so believing they can take this into the realms of overtime. Never give up, never surrender.
Got T-side up for Salazar.
He picked that one up off the court to Regali.
See what he can do with it. Smoke towards the barrels, or logs.
This is going to force them to siphon through utility quite quickly over towards A. Right? And they also have lost vision immediately with that long smoke. So excl, again, avoiding the early flak damage, making sure they're not fighting for this control when it's unnecessary. And now the pack roll mentality again. But in darkness right now are OG. They have no idea what's going on brackets. Sweeping forward is Regali looking for some info, aware that that's necessary. They block top B. excl, however, can set up a pop behind this and go. Remember, smokes are no longer walls. The HE, it could be a problem.
Yeah, they're calling brackets clear now. Does Nexus start to rotate?
He's moving.
He's communicating.
He has a flash available.
5-man BXX to take the map. Take the game. Vigo trying to catch the timing right of this HE. A little premature. Chipping away at Kraghen though. Molly, look at the options for Keto. Has to stand in the middle of the site. The execution working. Patti, an opening. Still aggressive as Nexus. Salazar finishes him. Quick scope from him. Bomb to be planted. Looking good for excl as Heavy God and Regali. They need to hurry up. Pull up your socks and get running. Heavy God comes through. Need a hero play out of one of them. Fiku does not have the health for this. This looks fantastic for excl. Nodios down with a huge nade onto Fiku. And now it's only Heavy God and Regali. What can you do, lads? A helpless final push. An orb not the weapon for the job. Time against them. And excl looking to pick up their second win. 2 opportunities to secure the major. Best of 3s required. Heavy God and Regali down. And there you have it. The Danes have managed to secure 13-11. 2 maps and 2 opportunities required to get themselves a spot.
Oh, that's fantastic news for the...